suppose by now you can always tell that I'm going to use Desmos in the video because the screen is a little bit bigger and has more stuff on it. And yes, we are going to use Desmos. It says find an equation for the inverse of y equals 5x to the third minus 20. So I guess the first thing to ask ourselves is this one a function? Because it says determine whether it's a relation or a function. Remember, if we graph it, we can use a vertical line test. So rather than taking time to graph this, let's just go to Desmos. I actually have already graphed it on Desmos. You can do that too. You should do that too. I'm realizing too that I like using Desmos on my phone or my iPad better because I can just use my finger to actually enlarge it however I want to, and that's actually a little faster and easier here. This is, as you can see, the equation for y equals 5x to the third. Now, do you see here, down here at negative 20, that's what we call a point of inflection. But even there, it still passes the vertical line test. No matter where you would drop a vertical line, this function would only cross that vertical line one time. So is this initial one a function? And the answer is yes. Okay, so let's go back here and say yes, y equals 5x to the third minus 20. Yes, a function. Okay, but now we have to write the equation of the inverse, so let's do that. And I hope you've gotten pretty good at this by now, switching up the x's and the y's and then solving for y. So I'm going to, I think I'm going to factor, well, I'm going to bring the plus 20 over, okay? So then I get x plus 20 is equal to 5y to the third, divide both sides by 5. So then this gives me a statement that says y to the third is equal to x plus 20 over 5. All right? And then to get rid of this, I have to take the cubed root of both of these. So that's what I've got now. Y is equal to the cubed root of all of this, x plus 20 over 5. All right. Now, you can enter all of this into the calculator, into Desmos. Okay, you certainly can. I actually entered it into Desmos back here at this stage of the game because it was easier than entering all this crazy radical stuff. Either way, you'll get the same graph. Let me take you to that graph now, and that is right here. You see it's actually just a reflection across the diagonal y is equal to x. You probably can't visualize that very well without having the diagonal there, but inverse functions are always just reflections of each other across the line y is equal to x. But here again, look at your graph. Notice your vertical line test is going to be passed no matter where you drop a vertical line. Even here at negative 20 on the x-axis, there's that point of inflection again, but no problem. It still is not going to cross the vertical line more than once. So is the inverse function a function? Yes. So we can say for this one down here, we can say yes, a function. Okay? Now, thankfully, on this one, we don't have to figure out what the domain and range are, but we could do that if we had to. All right, that is all.